Joining me, as always, Jabari. Welcome, sir.
Thank you for having me, Juicy, and thank you, everybody, for tuning in. I think tonight's sets are going to be absolute bangers.
Yeah, YoYoDude making his way through the first bracket, winning it, as a matter of fact, and going up against his second opponent in the tournament, actually defeating Socks again the previous round for himself. We'll see what happens with him against Brie here. What do you think?
I am actually so excited about this one. I mean, YoYoDude, just like 2.5 months ago when he signed up for the tourney, was under 1,200 Elo. He's really shown that he's got something special. I think he actually was above 1.5K when he played this series. And yeah, man, he's arrived at high-level tournament play. This is, I guess, a real test here. I feel like if he can take this off Brie, he has the potential to actually run very deep, if not all the way in this mid Elo bracket. But truth be told, I think Brie is going to best him here, despite Yo-Yo's dedication and pumped Elo. There's just no substitute for experience at high level play, and just a couple months dabbling in the 1,400 Elo range. I don't think he has enough tricks and habits to hang, but definitely he'll put up a hard fight no matter what.
Yeah, I mean, he's proven himself so far. We'll see if he can take it into major stages here. I mean, it's been fun to watch so far, so I don't know Brie exactly, but we'll see how Brie shows up tonight and plays.
Yeah, I mean, I've run into Brie a few times on ladder and 1v1 and team games, and he's a legit 14xx player. He's probably about as strong as anyone in this tournament. And yeah, super interesting, man. I think this is the 7th set we've casted in this tournament series featuring Yo-Yo, and he's won everyone so far. So very excited to see him try playing on the next level here.
Yeah, for sure. Emu Warrior here, first time, hello, said they beat me up in a different tourney, very aggressive player, didn't let me boom. Well, you know, I have nothing against aggressive play. Gonna be interesting to see what happens here. Sorry guys, firing the game up in the background, sorry for the noise, but yeah, gonna be a fun set, and then we have the first set turned in from the round of 16 that we're going to be putting up here shortly as well, so let's go ahead and pull up Sieve Draft here for you guys. Game fires up in the background. Here we go. Maps are available on the screen as well. YoYoDude has Banana Cove, while Brie has Banana as their home maps. Arabia is obviously one here.
Yep. Very worth noting here, Brie taking Turks first. Turks are a civ that Yo-Yo has like picked every single time, but he's also been home mapping Arena. Without Arena in the map pool, it seems weird to try and snipe Turks. But I don't know, man. It's possible Brie actually intends to play them on Banana.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting for sure. Not something we've seen yet either from YoYoDude, from what I remember. I don't think they played this map on final for the first bracket. I believe that was one of the maps that YoYoDude had selected, but we never actually saw it come to fruition.
I think it was Dark Jungle was the one that we never saw played. We saw Water Banana in the finals of the low elo.
I'm talking about Arena Cove.
Oh, Banana Cove, yeah.
Yeah, Banana Cove. Yeah. Leave it to me to ruin the names of the maps. But, guys, we'll be running up here in a second. I'm still trying to get my game fired up in the background. Apparently Steam had to update, so my apologies. Lots of things going on behind the scenes, but we'll get taken care of here.
Yep, and I did also see that Brie had picked Persians. I actually did do some practice on the Banana map, and I found the Persian douche to not be viable whatsoever there.
Yeah, I remember you talking about that, because you were a big fan of the Persian douche there a while back.
Yeah, at one point in time, it was my winningest strategy, and in a lot of tournament matchups, I felt like it was actually my only hope to pull out a win. So I always like to see if it works on the more novel maps, and it just simply doesn't work on Banana. It's so easy for them to run and take wood at a new spot with their TC.
Yeah, but while my game continues to have trouble, we'll talk about the Sieve Draft here real quick. We do have Brie with Turks taking that option away from YoYoDude, so potentially some scouting for the round started here. Then she has Italians, Berbers, and Persians, which all very good and interesting civs. We'll see how that works out. But YoYoDude will end up with Byzantines, Franks, Ethiopians, and Koreans. Byzantines, I think we've seen favored mostly for Arena or Banana Cove.
100%, they are for Banana Cove here.
Yeah, and we did see Franks have a promising performance via Banana, Dark Banana. So
Indeed, yeah, I expect Franks is for Banana, which implies Yo-Yo's going archers and either Ethiopians or Koreans on Jungle Arabia. And yeah, man, I am. The more I think about it, the more I think YoYoDude's going to have a hard time here. There's things that are only learned from experience, man. And Brie has been just, hundreds of elo higher for so much longer. Things like quick walling, late game play. Like I'm sure Yo-Yo has some strats that are able to best players in ranked, but in tournaments, people play it out to the end. They exploit small things. They won't call GG just because you took a really good fight or have a really good build. Yo-Yo is probably in for some long, hard games or possibly some short ones, man.
yeah,
I've been a
but
big fan of
we'll,
been a big fan of the guy, man. But I just find the dynamics, man, of a 1500 player versus a 1200 player who's try harded his way up to 1500 to be so interesting.
yeah, we'll find out how things work out for him here. Finally, I am up in capture age. I'll be at 10 seconds here whenever you're ready, Jabari.
Cool, and you're sharing your screen in Discord as well. Cool, cool.
I will be. Gotta get everything fired up, guys. I don't know what happened there with the updates going on. Capture Age apparently had an update as well, so I'm behind on the times. Don't know what exactly happened with that update, but we'll see. We'll experience on firsthand this evening. I'm at 10 seconds when you're ready, Jabari.
Yep, count it down.
In 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, game 1, guys. YoYoDude will be in the gray as the lower seed. He has the Ethiopians here on Arabia. And then we have Brie with yellow being the high seed. And we'll be playing with the Berbers. Probably the number 1 pick for Arabia this tourney.
Yeah, I think this is actually a decent matchup for Yo-Yo, partly because Yo-Yo likes to go Berbers on this map, which means that he should probably know the strengths and weaknesses of the enemy Civ. Like as far as matchups go, I would expect him to be experienced and make intelligent decisions here. Going Ethiopians, man, that just signals to me that he wants to micro his archers very hard. I know he's got good micro. Let's hope he doesn't lose one to the boar this time.
Yeah, for sure. Emu Warrior pointing out the map here for Brie. So very open, and you're not wrong. Very open indeed. All the res is forward. That gold isn't even greatest of positions, but we'll see. We'll see how they play it out here. Gonna be a fun set. I think Brie coming in at the higher seed here is probably favored, but at the same time, YoYoDude winning the low elo bracket and surviving his first round, which was a round of 64, even though there was only 5 matches there. We let everyone participate in the range, so looking forward to seeing how he performs here. Ethiopian's not a civ that we've seen him play with on the tournament that I'm aware of.
Yeah, definitely breaking his usual routine, which is not something that I normally like to do in tournaments. I mean, I've tried it before, and I just find that it's so much more reliable to play a civ that you've played 100 times before than come up with a bright idea, maybe just overthink and try something that you're not used to. I mean, in the heat of the game, it's so hard to like fully utilize all the individual civ bonuses and such if you're not especially accustomed to your civ.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Ethiopians. I don't think players at the levels that we're seeing them played at have quite the skills to be able to play with Ethiopians. Obviously, this is a higher skill level than we've seen previous bracket, but Ethiopians, I agree with what Dave and T90 keep saying. There's only a few players in the world that can play Ethiopians the way Ethiopians should be played, and we'll see how YoYoDude can come about this.
Yeah, I mean, I do like the pick, though. It gives him an avenue to victory for sure. If he is competitive with his archers build and he's able to micro them better, it can just, give him a tremendous start. And the Ethiopian faster firing archers, if it comes archer v archer in feudal age, is so huge, actually.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I mean, Berber is a civ that we will most likely see, at least what we've seen thus far. It's been one TC play onto 3 stables. See if that continues here or not.
Yep, I mean, you're thinking all the way forward to Castle Age, though. I'm pretty certain we're going to see some hardcore feudal aggression from these guys. Possibly the game will even be determined in feudal age.
Yeah, I mean, there's always that possibility. I always look for Castle Age to come in. I think a lot of players, especially with Berbers, try to get up and get to those knights nice and early here. And Brie actually being very greedy, pushing in the hunt. So not even headed forward here to do any scouting at the moment. As, yeah, just scouted the base here for Brie. Nothing else. And then YoYoDude has done similar. It looks like he's still at home and he's being active with the scout, but it looks like it is staying home.
Yep, and both players dedicating absolutely zero resources to walling at this point, which to me suggests they're planning to have their aggression be their walls, basically. I guess they're both probably hoping to bring the fight to the other one's base and stay safe at home by virtue of that.
Yep, 20 popping up though. Brie clicks up. Not sure if that was the game plan, but makes sense given that they've pushed their deer and their howls at the moment. So on the way up, idle TC time a little bit worse for YoYoDude in the Dark Age as he loses a villager to the boar. Oh.
Don't want to say I called it, man, but he has been doing that a lot throughout the previous 6 sets we've watched him play in this tournament series.
Yeah, for sure. Brie is forward with the monkey here now. Scouted, ran into the perfect position. The monkey could do quite a bit of damage. We've seen that attack speed on the monkey good enough to cake Vil quite easily. Doing a Loomville. Barracks on the way up for YoYoDude. On the other side, a barracks coming up for Brie as well. But Feudal Age will be a minute and a half faster here, it looks like. So, lots of time.
Yo-Yo is going to be having a rough time here when both players are planning to go for feudal aggression. This kind of difference, a minute and 40 seconds, is tremendous. Yo-Yo wasn't planning. Okay, he actually is making some militia. But even still, militia are so weak versus feudal age army.
Yeah, but no wood in the bank. There it is. Okay. I didn't see the stable coming down. I thought there was no wood in the bank, but it's on the way down. So, not a big fan of these walls for Brie, but we'll be getting the stable up. I guess all the eco is on the back. Double lumber camp on this wood line. It really is the only option at the moment, so I don't dispute that. So, militia for YoYoDude. Be thinking this is going to be a man-at-arms play, I would imagine.
For sure, man. Queuing them on your way up. If it's not man-at-arms, you're making a big mistake.
Yeah. It looks like Brie will wall up on the backside here and just try to play towards the town center, I suppose. I mean, the man-at-arms probably won't be able to do a whole lot coming forward at the moment, but the monkey being there as well is nice. YoYoDude forcing a house down as he's housed upon reaching this age. And the man-at-arms upgrade and an archery range on its way down. He is 1 Vil behind here, or 2 Vils behind actually, because he lost a Vil. Scout production, good on the other side.
Yep, but ultimately the slower feudal age, it doesn't seem to have harmed him much. It looks like he's going to get his spear out in time for the scouts to arrive. Also, he's going to have his full, nearly full HP army of men-at-arms and monkey arriving at the base. Yeah, despite losing a Vil and clicking up so much later, YoYoDude's position here ain't bad at all.
Yeah, and he's actually able to pre-wall the...
I love the small walls, man. I love the small walls. Super nice play.
Yeah, I mean, and it's going to pay off here. The spear is headed towards the gold. The palisade, though, no reaction. Looks like it will go down. Yeah, and now
Oh
these
boy.
villas are in a little bit of trouble, but the spear is there, and only one villager can be attacked right now. Ends up not...
Excellent exchange for Yo-Yo.
Yep. And the monkey and the man-at-arms not doing any damage. Oh no, it looks like there may be a dead Vil here. After all, like she did go down.
The Eco KD shows that Yo-Yo did not kill a Vil, so I'm wondering what that is.
Is this blur? Do not know. But nonetheless, we do have a fine position here. And oh, look at this beautiful tower for Brie. I love it. On the only wood line right now. YoYoDude not gonna see that one unless he gets lucky here. And it looks like Brie intends to wall this up. I love this play.
Yeah, that tower is going to get a lot of value. It's gonna idle the entire wood line. YoYoDude, being pretty efficient with his economy here. Oh no, he's already taken all his stragglers. If he loses this lumber camp without stragglers, that's potentially so bad.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to find a wood line though, so he will have a new one. His gold villagers are not working though. The 3 vills are not working. So his economy is very rough behind this.
His APM is just stretched so thin. Probably focusing on this fight at the front. And if you check the KD, Yo-Yo's ahead 3-2. Oh my god, he runs under the TC. This is so devastating. Oh my god. His army just lost like 50% of its collective HP there.
Yeah, and the monkey is still here for Brie trying to do some damage. Looks like that will go down. YoYoDude really needs to fix his gold situation. Do that, he'd be in a much better position.
Yeah, as Ethiopians planning to go archers, not having Vil income means you can't produce army, full stop. So yeah, all that idle time, it's like 3 lost archers or something like that.
Yeah, Brie able to react with her the own skirmishers and a range with fletching already. YoYoDude, like he's just gonna turn around and go home. Like potentially thinking he's in a bad spot as far as position with the military. He is going to have to face skirmishers if he sticks around, so maybe going back isn't the worst situation. The spear will find this forward Vil, so Brie could lose this Vil, but Brie has a substantial villager lead.
Yeah, Yo-Yo does have wheelbarrow, but even taking that into account, Brie is ahead 6 Vils. I mean, for the stronger player to be ahead 6 Vils in Feudal Age spells a victory like so frequently. YoYoDude probably doesn't realize how far behind he is in this, and he's about to lose his army as well. YoYoDude is about to be behind in all facets of this game.
Yeah, and obviously Skirmisher is not the military that you want to go as the Berbers, but you're going to need them anyways here, it looks like, early going. Shifting into night production won't be much of a stretch, though.
Yeah, versus Ethiopians, a large army of skirmishers at your base ain't a bad thing to have around.
Market going to be forced up by YoYoDude, potentially thinking he's going to need it to rebalance his economy. Going to add more farms, at least he's using that wood for food. And yeah, wheelbarrow is in for both players now, so we'll see what happens, but oh, this is fun. We got a wolf rush with the man-at-arms over here as the skirms will come forward. Clean those up, I'm sure.
Yeah, very good of Yo-Yo to keep the men-at-arms alive this long. And in the end, I guess he's only 3 Vils behind if you take into... Oh, wait, no, Brie also got wheelbarrow. It's still the same 6 as Yo-Yo actually continues to rack up just a little bit more idle time. I feel like Yo-Yo's macro is substantially worse than Brie's, and the problems that causes are just going to compound as the game gets longer.
Yeah, I mean, the Eco KD is only 1 down for YoYoDude that he lost to the boar early on. So he's done a good job to keep himself safe at home, but his military has just not been able to yield much for him here. He has gotten the better KD because of the scout kills, but Castle Age for both at similar time, and we have 2 more stables coming up for Brie, YoYoDude, still just 1 range. It looks like wall. No.
And YoYoDude is going into Castle Age with no standing archer army. As Ethiopians, if you're not going for crossbows, you're going for a suboptimal army comp. And it looks like he won't have the option of going for mass crossbows. If he goes knights, he's just making like strictly inferior knights to his opponent. That's not a good choice. Yo-Yo is in a very tough spot here.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to try to palisade wall, but those will only last so long against knights. But maybe this is his best option to try to wall up and build up some numbers here. I do like that YoYoDude's taking the hunt. He has quite a good res count, but wood, he only has 3 on wood right now. Spending all his wood, I don't think we're going to see any archers being produced here.
When you're building a second range, having 900 food and 35 wood is not good army balance. Or eco balance. There's nothing he can spend his food on. It's honestly probably correct for him to like sell his food and buy wood or something. Yo-Yo's eco is not balanced for booming. It's not balanced for making the army he wants. I think Yo-Yo's going to crumble in early Castle Age.
Yeah, he's going to try to balance the market a little bit, potentially, but he's just now starting archer production. No crossbows checked yet. He does get pikemen for free, which is nice, but only 1 barrack, so it's not like you want to those long term. And we see a whole bunch of skirms and knights with what will be +2 already coming across the map. And the population here is getting more and more in the favor of Brie.
But I love that second TC from Yo-Yo. I mean, he's not in a position to take it better with army. This actually gives him like a plausible way to win the game. If he can get ahead in vills, he can make stuff happen.
Yeah, I mean, and the free pikes do help out a little bit in defense of this, but the forward siege workshop on the hill with the tower, and really this is just buying time for YoYoDude right now, but he needs quite a bit of time, and there he's sending some more vills to wood, so he will rebalance his economy to a point, but 1,000 food is just insane right now.
He literally can't spend it. He would be better off exchanging it for some other resource. He's not in a position to have this much resource in the bank going unspent.
Yeah, he needs a blacksmith. He doesn't have a blacksmith.
Oh my god, that is why he has no upgrades. Oh, he went that entire feudal age without fletching. Oh my god. You can't fight this army without blacksmith upgrades.
Yeah, and there is a hole in the front, it looks like. YoYoDude may be trying to deal with that, but not sure he's going to get that created for himself. But, yeah, there comes the blacksmith being rushed down with 4 vills. Crossbow upgrade on its way in. Another town center. Not in a great position, but that's probably the safe bet to try to keep the economy in a better position here. But siege, lots of knights forward. Behind this, we have quite a decent economy here for Brie. And the knight numbers are up to 12 with +2, +1 bloodlines already in as well.
Yeah, I mean, like, perhaps his own mangonels for some big shots or some monks for some big conversions are kind of the only things that I can see helping Yo-Yo here, as this TC just can't be defended. It seems like Brie's going to take this TC, then push on to the next one, and I don't know, man. Yo-Yo is making an army that's fully countered by Skirm. His army might even like lose straight up to a fight versus the Knights. This is not even mentioning the fact that there's Scorpions working against Yo-Yo here.
Yeah, it's a rough spot to be in for sure. He's housed yet again, trying to repair the town center and keep it up. He needs to get these mangonels out, but he's going to need some big hits to take this threat away. Second town center behind this for Brie now, so this is not a full-in push here. Making the military and siege early, getting map control. As Mangonel Micro not going to be there, so this will buy YoYoDude some more time, as he does have Bot Canero coming in now. Which is going to be quite nice for him.
That's absolutely huge. Taking out that mango just like takes away the inevitable loss of base that he was facing just a second ago.
Yeah, but the knights are gonna dive here. YoYoDude's gonna have to idle a ton of his economy here. His gold is gonna be under threat. Quick wall, but can he keep the other side?
Yeah,
Alright.
these are very nice quick walls, and you know, if he can trap and kill these knights, Yo-Yo's actually in a fine position. These knights dove, and so far they've gotten no damage, but nah, they find the wood now. Pretty nice house delete and run from Yo-Yo.
Yeah, stays alive. Not too shabby. Both players with idle time creeping up. YoYoDude almost 9.5 minutes though, and compared to only for Brie.
Yeah, but that last minute, killing the mango and then taking those knights for a tour around his base without losing anything was actually very good for Yo-Yo. It's actually given me some faith that he might be able to do this.
Gonna lose that mangonel though, and there are still quite a few knights in the field. The economy is getting closer for YoYoDude here. It looks like he's only down by 4 vills now, so needs the TCs, the time to boom, and not to lose a lot of units to siege here.
Yeah, unfortunately, his entire army is countered by Siege and Skirm, which Brie is bringing a lot of.
Yeah, and this is a pretty decent fight for Brie here, as the crossbows will all go down. The bolts from the scorpions getting a lot of damage here, and this town center is done for.
Yeah, I think Yo-Yo is done for here. He had previously closed the score gap to around 300. Now the score is broken away. Yo-Yo has no standing army, with just a tremendous army of like powerful units and counter units and siege in his base.
Oh, it's 40 military to 2. Never a good position to be in, and he'll try to hold on here, obviously wanting to stick around in the tournament. Obviously, this is game 1 as well. It's not an elimination game, but you don't want to lose any of these games. You don't have to, so.
I would guess that Yo-Yo knows the game is lost at this point and is playing it out. There's, I mean, many reasons to play it out, to get out the jitters, to feel out your opponent, to see how they close out games. But Yo-Yo is no fool. 5K to 3K score, the military difference. He's not like appearing to implement any strategy which could plausibly win the game. He's just queuing a ton of pikes. All right, yeah, GG.
Yep, GG comes in. Not too surprising after that spot. GGG, actually, YoYoDude with 3 Gs. Oh, look at this capture age update. Oh, hello. All right, capture age for the win. Look at this. You can see who's at what pop where. Oh, it's beautiful. Sorry, guys. Beautiful. That's all I can say.
Yeah, this is very cool. Can we check the APMs too? I am curious.
We can. It looks like it's even more in depth as well. Oh, it's beautiful. Average eco APM is about the same. YoYoDude actually +1, but military APM quite the difference. Total APM as well. Very interesting. Very interesting statistics. Really digging this new update. But anyways, we will be moving on here, guys, to the home map selection of. Pull that up.
It is Cove.
1 second, guys.
Yep. And given their Civ picks, I'm 90% sure we're going to be seeing Italians versus Byzantines here.
That again, sorry.
Oh, I'm saying given their Civ picks, Italians versus Byzantines seems the most probable picks. And as I load up the game, I see that is actually correct.
For sure, and it makes sense with the map. But yeah, let me load up myself here into game number 2 and get underway. Alright, guys. Game number 2, YoYoDude versus Brie. I'm at 5 seconds. Ready?
Yes, sir.
3, 2, 1, go. Italians versus Byzantines indeed. YoYoDude with the Byzantines. Brie with Italians. This matchup First of all, this map, beautiful, by the way. In snow, it's even beautiful. This is the prime water map on the tournament roster, with good reason. We have seen a lot of people call it once losing water early, but with all of this landmass on the outside, players have taken this deep into post-Imperial time. We've even had gold run out on this map, interestingly enough. But, Jabari, you have a very, very strong opinion about Byzantine map.
Well, yeah, they're my top Civ choice. I mean, Italians is actually my second. Portuguese is also viable. I mean, most of the top tier water civs are viable, but compared to other water maps, I feel like fires are just like supremely dominant here, and water is determined almost entirely in feudal age. If it does go to castle age, fires still play a huge role. Byzantines just have the best fires, man. They fire faster. And I mean, the only other civs with fire related bonuses that I'm aware of are Portuguese with more HP. The extra damage by Byzantines is stronger than that. And Sicilians, who are resistant to the fire ship bonus damage. Again, though, Byzantines power through that. I mean, dude, this map is just determined by fire ship fighting. Byzantines have the best fire ships. It's really as simple as that.
Yeah, I mean, you make a good point. I mean, fire ships are spectacular, and on this short distance and standard starting town center positions, you know where your opponent's going to be. It's not as if you can hide your docks like you can on islands and try to go galleys first. We have seen galleys first, however, and it hasn't been the worst strategy. It's even worked, I think, for one person, but much more difficult, especially given you know exactly where your opponent is. Your maps are near identical. They are exactly identical as far as town center positions. So, very interesting. YoYoDude actually using the monkey to bring in the boar. It's now down to 1 HP. Interesting choice there, but I guess it does make sense.
Yeah, I mean, on water maps, it's kind of a known thing to use your scout to lure the boar. And I think the Yo-Yo actually has a very good chance on water here. I mean, Brie did just show that he is the better standard Arabia player on that last map. I don't think we can call that a fluke or anything. He looked pretty dominant across the board. But water, it's a simpler game. I know Yo-Yo's got the build down. He's practiced it a bit. If Brie is not brushed up on his water play here, I think Yo-Yo might actually be able to take this one.
Yeah, and it's going to be really interesting, though, because Byzantines with the better fires, there are still going to be those bonuses for Italians here. They're going to be very important with the cheaper dock techs. I mean, that's just huge as we progress through the game. I mean, we'll see how it works, though. Byzantines do have the earlier advantage with the lower fire ship numbers, for sure.
Yep, but Italians can get their first ones out sooner with the cheaper fishing ships and the cheaper feudal age. I think that like a water build for Italians often actually does cut a vil and click up 25 seconds sooner. But in the end, it takes more than 25 seconds for those ships to run across, and I still favor Byzantines. As Yo-Yo's monkey here is very brave, man.
Yeah, I mean, this is not really necessary. Just trying to keep the monkey alive would probably be better suited. But looks like we will have a chase here, and we'll see if Brie realizes the HP and turns around. Yes, so Brie will win the monkey, and YoYoDude perish. Nonetheless, water. Italians most likely going to be up first here. And it looks like we're getting very close to that moment. It's only, what, 425 food for Italians to click to the next stage?
Yeah, and Brie actually is playing here as if he knows and has practiced his water build. Maybe let's see how quickly he moves these vills away from sheep. His Dark Age looked prim and proper. All right, and he's leaving a lot of vills hanging on the sheep. No, he's reassigning them all. Yeah, so I think, I mean, when you're Yo-Yo in a position like this and you pick a water map, a part of you is just praying that your opponent is a non-water player and is just going to completely fall apart. It appears that Brie is not that guy. Though his water build is a little, I don't know. I'm not going to question it. Maybe he's planning to go Castle Age a little sooner or something. I believe the standard build involves tossing all your vills off food when you click up, which Brie hasn't done. But the extra food collection, I mean, there's a lot of ways to use it. Leaving a few there doesn't really mean anything.
Yeah, and honestly, with the extra fishing ship here early does help with food income as well. So being on food here under his TC, not necessary, but gonna bring in all that res. So he will have a solid food eco behind this, and he won't even need food, which is kind of the why people move away. But
yeah, but Yo-Yo's looking better here. Yo-Yo is going to be to 3 dock production first. He has the stronger fires. Honestly, Yo-Yo should win water here.
and only a 15-second difference in time ups. I mean, that's huge, and we'll see because you have enough to produce out of everything here. It looks like he's going to be just fine. Master Noob, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it, good sir. Hope you're enjoying. So 3 fire galleys going to be up against 2 fire galleys, and Brie is going to fall off on production, which is just rough.
Yep, I mean, as somebody who's played and practiced this map, 3 dock Byzantine fires will win. He will win water here. Brie, I mean, he's either going to have to call an early GG or pivot to land, man. This just straight up isn't going to work unless Yo-Yo, eats some big demos or something like that.
Demolitions ships could turn the tide. We've seen it happen before. We'll see if it changes anything here, as one fire ship is just out in no man's land here, taking damage from all the fire ships from YoYoDude. Brie sees that there are 3 and should now understand it is 3 dock production, but no additional docks just yet, lacking the wood to do so.
Yep. Brie is going to lose water in Feudal Age here. I mean, even if there's some big demo hits, just 3 docks versus 2. I mean, there's just not. I mean, there is kind of a lot of micro you can do on water, but Bree's not showing any signs of having superior water micro. Though he is taking a good fight here.
Yeah, and this demo could be huge. There's some weak fire galleys here, not super weak, but they hit correctly, could really help change the tide. And there's the 3rd dock, so he will be trying to fight back here. The raft comes out. There are 4 ships here.
Yo, no. Oh, and Brie is repairing. He's getting up his 3rd dock. All of a sudden, I take it all back. Brie might have this.
Yeah, it's going to be advantage Byzantines here still, though. And the numbers will come across. And it looks like YoYoDude is sending back a weak one as well, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Cool. It is going all the way back. That is so important. In a close water fight, the player who repairs, I mean, there aren't that many things you can do to take an advantage on water. Bringing back the weak ones to repair is one of them, so it's often decisive.
Yeah, Byzantine's faster firing, though. Always keeping the numbers here. We really should see more demos in the queue, and we do now for Brie. It's going to be a very big part, as I think Byzantines clean this up here in a second.
Ooh. And Yo-Yo is already making the galley switch. I think this is early, man. I think that he's going to find himself fighting galleys versus fires.
I think he's fine. There's no water left here. He still has a bunch of fire ships.
Yep, as Brie appears to pivot into just demolition wraps. No, Brie is going to continue his commitment to water.
And the fires can even reach the gold here, as Brie will be forced into a tower, which was... Oh, it was destroyed!
Oh my god, no, Brie. Okay, Brie is definitely looking much worse here, man. Brie is going to need to take this to late game land, man.
Yeah, and the galley switch behind this now is going to be well timed. We're going to be able to shoot from distance and not have to risk hitting demos. That tower position and losing the tower there is massive. There's definitely no chance for him to get up and boom or sell it for a faster uptime as well. So,
yeah, I mean, you're gonna fall behind in ego when you lose water. As Yo-Yo does the right thing, he's queuing fishing ships. Yo-Yo knows how to take advantage of this. From this position, I think Yo-Yo wins this the vast majority of the time.
Yeah, and the other dock was created and a galley being produced from Brie here. So Brie's gonna probably try to go snipe some fishing ships with that, which is a fine move, but only one. It's gonna be hard. Hopefully the second one comes back in for him, but yeah, YoYoDude, solid eco behind this, has the eco lead thanks to the fishing ships who are sending to the front at the moment. Not sure that's necessary, but
Yeah.
probably an accidental click there. And the galleys now force Brie off of the gold pile and will have to relocate, and that will cost him more wood as well.
Yep, I do love the decision from Bree to try and go and snipe fish. Very oddly, Yo-Yo's front fish are like safe, but they're horribly inefficient, so of course it's still not correct to have them there.
But a lot of fishing ships, though. I mean, we're talking about 9 fishing ships already. Yes, some of these will go down to the galleys. This is a really nice play for Bree here, but soon this will be answered, and there will be no docks here for Bree. And YoYoDude, his biggest concern now, just getting his economy straight and headed up to the next stage.
Yep, so I guess in some sense the player who's not going water should have an easier time clicking Castle Age because they're no longer investing into ships. But on the other hand, the player who's winning water should have, like in Yo-Yo's case, 11 more eco units on food in the fishing ships. I mean, there's a reason why winning water is kind of everything on this map. Let's see if Bree can bust it out, man. Players always surprise me when they continue to put up a good fight after losing water. But Yo-Yo, who's followed this tournament pretty closely, I think he knows the meta here, man. He added those extra fishing ships very early. I suspect he might do some transport raids later. He's home mapped this. He's prepared. I think he'll know how to take advantage of this and close out the game.
Yeah, Bree unfortunately buys a lot at the market and needed the second building, so won't be up just yet. Will click now once getting a blacksmith, but ultimately behind this, the economy is going to be superior for YoYoDude. He's got 15 fishing ships now. We haven't seen many players take advantage of their early water wins here, but this is going to be a huge eco boost as YoYoDude will buy some food and go up here and have full control of the water. Would actually like to see him come forward with a Vil and try to take some more of the land positioning, especially here in the middle. We've seen it done many times.
Yep, it's definitely the meta on the map when you win to wall mid like that. But Bree, I mean, he's accepted his circumstances. He's clicked up to Castle Age sooner. He's got resources for like a 3 or 4 TC boom, if that's the route he chooses to go. Maybe he's building up enough stone to try and redock and retake water. I guess the two avenues to get back into this, if you're Bree, are the retake water route and the live by the edge of the map route. And I'd guess he's going to probably reboom and try and win this land only.
Yeah, I mean, you would definitely want to avoid going to a game 3 if you can boom into this and be taking a 2-0 set. And I like that we've moved on to land. We're taking the hunt out here for Bree. Bree will be behind in pop because of the fishing ships, and obviously all the military on the field is 15 to none right now. So the economy's big difference, but Italian's gonna be okay. It looks like later on in the game here, Byzantines still preferred for me with their options on land, but Italians could be dangerous. Just have to wait and see what it looks like. And it's like we're gonna see booming from them, and I don't see. Yeah, there's the barracks. So the barracks is just now coming up for YoYoDude. Castle Age, no military buildings but that, and the docks. So not sure of comps or anything like that at the moment.
Yep, and Bree in game 1 did show that he's just the superior standard land map player. If he chooses to fight only along the perimeter of the map outside of galley and cannon galleon range, he can play this as a sort of land map, but is he 20 eco units down better? I don't know.
Well, he is coming forward, which looks to be what I would say stone walls. Yeah, there are going to be some stone wall attempts, but ultimately that galley patrolling maybe not so much.
Yep, very nice shore patrol by Yo-Yo. I mean, it's definitely the correct thing to do when you win water. Deny any buildings near the shore. That includes walls.
Yep, and we do see a transport ship, and it is going to be Siege.
Very nice
Monks?
transport.
Going Siege Monk? He could go Imp, actually. Could this be Treb Monk play? It is. He is Imp queued. There it is. He's going Imp. This is going to be Trebuchet Monk, maybe? No, maybe he just went for this buildings, actually. I've seen YoYoDude and Tech Chariot together in games, so Tech Chariot is a Siege Monk guy with Byzantine, so it wouldn't surprise me. This forward castle is of a beautiful variety for Brie here, though.
I don't know about that, man. I mean, this would be beautiful if Yo-Yo wasn't on the way to Imp. I mean, I guess Bree's doing what he's got to in order to give himself a chance at winning. Yeah, but as a caster, dude, that thing is a cannon and Treb magnet.
Yeah, but I love it. I actually love it because he doesn't know his opponent's going to be up, and Brie actually has enough to go up soon as well. So I cannot complain. I'd just like to see a forward castle on this map and trying to take map position, and there's a siege workshop as well. So Brie will have the buildings to go up. There's Imperial Age, and yeah, it's going to be Condo with Siege, I think. I actually dig this. This is a good push. He's going to be behind on Eco, obviously. So he's going to try his best to make something happen here on the front and limit map control. I love it.
Yep, Yo-Yo's getting his own castle. It should be up pretty much just in time to hit Imp. Give him a nice edge in the Treb War. Plus, he's Byzantines, giving him an additional nice edge in the Treb War. His fishing ships are stuck on the shorefish. That's actually a huge problem with this map. For future reference on this map, I find it really useful to like shift queue a bunch of the deep fish to avoid this happening. Yo-Yo's essentially got like 10 of his food workers not doing anything because of that. Also, Yo-Yo's transport, it looks like in the panic of reacting to this castle, he may have forgotten about that.
No, he took a Ville and is outpost rushing his opponent right now.
Cool.
But the forward attack here, we're going to see a Treb right away from YoYoDude. But we are going to see Mangonel, and there are double stone walls here. So even if this castle goes down and this position is forward and it is lost, the simple fact that he is forward here gives himself a lot of time to potentially react to what might come next. We do have a castle at home here for Brie, which is deleted actually. Which I actually agree with, because chemistry could, and it is coming in now, that would be a problem. Brie does not have a university now. No university.
Very smart to build the castle back like that. I mean, once you've lost water, buildings that you build within, the 12 tiles or whatever cannon galleon ranges of the shore are... they're in jeopardy. That new castle he has is a very nice, safe castle. It will defend his wood till the end of the game.
University is being rushed down now. Bombard cannon, obviously what we're going to see as the next option, as no trebs are being created just yet. And if bombard cannons are coming now, it could be a fun situation to watch bombard cannons be bombard cannons.
Redemption for Brie, that must be with converting bombard cannons in mind.
Yeah, and chemistry has not been clicked yet, lacking the res, but a lot of res has gone into this forward, and this castle is very defensive at home, which I actually like. It's actually going to secure a ton of his economy in this position. Behind any sort of transport over, it's going to be difficult to deal with.
Yeah, and just watching the score and the land population, Brie is actually closing the gap here. Yo-Yo's lead is narrowing, not widening. If Brie loses this castle, of course, there'll be a tremendous setback, and it appears kind of inevitable that he will, so I do think he'll be repelled. But Brie appears to be putting up a good fight. He hasn't taken any damage at home, and he's actually being the aggressor.
Yep, castle will go down now. Trebs can range a few things, but I think the big mistake here from Brie thus far is the university was late, chemistry's not in yet, and redemption's super expensive, but chemistry would have done him a lot more here especially not seeing a bombard cannon just yet.
Yeah, you say the big mistake from Brie, honestly, dude, was opening 2 docks and losing water. I won't fault a player for almost anything after they've lost water. It's always kind of a Hail Mary. You're fighting from such a deficit. I think this was a very nice attempt to push back Yo-Yo despite being down 20 eco units by virtue of losing water. Now he's also losing his base by virtue of losing water.
Yeah, I mean, it's a Hail Mary for sure. For sure. It's just unfortunate. It looks like he's actually just going to give the space up and run. So he knows he's in trouble here, is going to run back home and try to deal with this. It is really entertaining to see a cannon galleon on the field with fire ships that are fire galleys and galleys that have no upgrades. It's a very strange sight to behold, but stonewalling behind this here, Brie is going to try to outlast their opponent, and fortified wall even coming in.
Yep, and honestly, dude, Brie has survived. He's going to get to full pop, it looks. Yo-Yo has not killed him whatsoever. Like I said, Brie's been the aggressor. You know, he's lost water, he lost his forward, but he's going to probably get close to full eco, full pop, and this might just turn into a conventional late-game land fight on the edge of the map.
Yeah, and that's honestly my favorite thing about this map is, yes, it is a water map, which I truly love, but not necessarily one on water. You can always do something to come back here. I mean, looking very good for both players at the moment, and for Brie, obviously was on the back foot. Still being alive at this point is huge, but the cataphracts are going to be loaded up as we have careening coming in next, and those will be transported across. However, there are defensive Genbo, not many of them, and castles and TCs, so it might not be the most effective raid.
I still like the play, man. You just gotta do the raids, man. Even if it doesn't kill anything, it just idles and taxes their APM. It's something. He does have a ton of vulnerable eco outside of his starting walls. So if Yo-Yo lands the correct area, he could get like 20 vils worth of damage.
Yeah, and we do have to look at the scouting here, because Byzantines have tons of vision here, and he sees everything. Everything you could possibly want to see here.
And there's some chat about boosting the range of cannon galleons. As far as I know, nothing besides Turk artillery does it.
That is correct. Siege Engineers is for the blast radius, if I'm not mistaken. So that is more for like mangonels and bombard cannons. Is this castle is rangeable here from the shoreline?
Unfortunate. Yeah, those are elite, man. Oh, wait a minute. Did I see a +1 on the range of those elites? Did Siege Engineers actually pump their range?
That's the range is the 15 plus 1, yeah. So no, the armor is buffed because of careening.
Okay, those capture age icons are not something I'm used to.
Yeah, and the Cataphract army with a Treb loaded up here. Probably gonna see those come across, but nothing as of yet. But we'll see. The boom is alive here and actually taking the population or villager pop lead here. YoYoDude selling a bunch of wood.
And Brie, his pop is actually better. Fishing ships are inferior to vills in late game.
Yeah, and there are 25 fishing ships on the map for YoYoDude.
Yeah, despite the score, man, I think Brie actually has this. I mean, of course he doesn't have it, but Yo-Yo's kind of showing an inability to close this out. Losing that castle at home, though, is huge. Brie's quite vulnerable to raids. But Yo-Yo has taken so much time to get these raids out.
Yeah, but it will be one Treb. Where's the other Treb? He has more than one Treb. But he's brought one Treb across. Unfortunately, spawns these on the opposite side of the island. But this economy, even with... it's only one town center, I guess. Yeah, the castle did go down. This is 51 villagers on the screen, and there are 9 in the town center, it looks like already. So this is like half of the economy here. And these quick walls, they're not going to work, I don't believe. maybe temporarily. This is where the main action is happening at the moment. Cannons actually destroy the one house as well, so this wood line is completely open. Villagers going down left and right. Where'd the Treb go? I don't know why he didn't bring the Treb across, but the GG comes in for Brie. Brie knows they're in trouble. YoYoDude will take the game, and ultimately that huge economic advantage gained on water here was too much to come back from. But I do love the push. I love the attempt.
Yeah, it's such a struggle once you lose water. I mean, Brie hypothetically still could have done it, but it would have been an incredibly long game fighting from a big disadvantage. I guess he just wants to take it to his home map.
Yeah, so we get to see Banana next. Capture Age, guys, I'm going to be obsessed with this, so I'm going to try to ignore it because I'm going to look at it way too much now. But I do love the timelines, the graphs, the military upgrades. This is a very nice thing here to have. But ultimately, YoYoDude evening up the set, which means we get to go to a game 3 here. Load up the Sieve Draft one more time, show you guys that. But Italians going down, Byzantines here. Banana, we have Persians and Turks available, and then Franks and Koreans for YoYoDude. Seeing the power of Franks on Banana. Persians and Turks, not so much. But
yeah, I'm guessing Persians is just to get in his head. He probably already had the 3 civs he wanted for his 3 maps, and maybe he was thinking Yo-Yo would fear the Persian douche and try to counterpick it or something like that.
Yeah, but definitely a possibility there. I mean, it's a good, interesting thing we've seen with the draft thus far. So many people considering what other people in the tournament are doing. So everyone's trying to take it seriously and scout their opponents. I love it. Cannot argue. Tactics behind the game. But I am at 5 seconds when you are ready.
Let's go.
And this is a 3, 2, 1, go. Jabari, introduce the famed banana.
Sure. This map is banana. It's supposed to look like a banana. This one's kind of looking a little like a plantain. I guess if it generates in a diagonal direction, it tends to be wider. But yeah, man, it's a map that looks like a banana. This black stuff you're seeing around the edge, it's not unexplored. It is black terrain. You can't build on it. You can walk through it. If anybody who's playing in this tournament is listening, I would advise you to practice your micro on it because the units path unusually on it. It seems almost like they don't want to walk on it. So things like Archer stop micro and whatnot just don't work well on it. You'll like be trying to stop micro them and the units will be trying to run away from the void. But yeah, man, it's a map that looks like a banana. The trees have extra wood. The berries have extra food. And the meta is wildly unknown.
Yes, it is. But it's an interesting map that we've had quite a few fun games on already. Franks probably picked here because of how good they've been shown to be, with the berries being the bonus, as well as cheap castles and map positioning being very crucial on this.
I love Turks here, though, man. I mean, if you want to push out with a castle, I mean, you can just fight the entire game underneath your castle. I mean, if you recall, we did a practice game on this where I played Turks. I basically did my arena strat, and it just straight up worked, man. A power death ball of gunpowder can do work here, man. The lack of mobility does not come into play.
Yes, and Brie ruthlessly stealing sheep in the Black Void and just sending them away, it looks like. Maybe you're going to try to split them up or use them for scouting here. It looks like he could be in an advantage position. Oh, but YoYoDude with the lame across the void.
Yeah, man. Pretty surreal watching this.
Oh, this is good. I mean, this is a very important thing to show that you can still lame on a map such as this. But unfortunately, YoYoDude did lose a few of his sheep, so it's not going to be the end of the world here by any means. But being down a boar is obviously a problem. Not something I really want to have happen, but boar will come in successfully here, and the lames for both players look like they will be successful.
Yeah, it kind of looks like Brie was trying to send the sheep around the edge of the map, and we saw a little bit of what I was talking about, where they prefer to path off of it, but them trying to come back on. But yeah, this is not devastating here, man. Those two bushes next to the TC collectively have over 4,000 food on them. Of course, the boar is extra fast and nice, but it's not like anybody's going to run out of food under their TC on this map.
Yeah. The monkey for Bree taking some sustained damage here from the town center, which is a little unfortunate. But I do like that being forward in this position, trying to do something, make your opponent have some issues, is a good position. But laming on this map is very, very improbable, I feel like. So hats off to YoYoDude for making it work. And now we'll see what Bree has here moving forward, but ultimately going to be fine. Like we said, the food is going to be okay. The lame back on the sheep here for YoYoDude, and if he finds these other 3 sheep, don't think he's going to. That could have been brutal.
Yep, I mean, I personally would conserve monkey HP over laming here. I mean, I guess part of the reason why they're both doing these lames is because there's almost nothing to scout on this map. You kind of, once you know the shape of the map, you've seen literally everything. Bree's going barracks. Bree is going for feudal aggression.
Yeah, YoYoDude just being brutal with the monkey as well. He's taken a Vil here, so it is going to be an 18, what would have been 19 pop. But Bree does take out the monkey. Double mill here for YoYoDude, looking to get up soon himself and take full advantage of what is 1,044 food per berry bush.
Yep. He has put collection buildings on over 10,000 food of berries there to take with the Franks. He is plausibly set for food all game so long as he's able to hold these.
Count the 2 under his town center. It's 14,000 food, which is crazy to think about, but on this map, really comes down to map position, I feel like.
And yeah, I'm very curious to see what kind of feudal aggression Bree goes for here. When he picked Turks, I was kind of thinking that he was looking for that Castle Janissary Bombard Cannon play, but I guess he wants to start the attack a phase earlier, and I can't blame him.
Yeah, it looks like we are going to see a stable.
Yep, Turks, excellent light cav, +1 pierce armor. It's kind of a nightmare to fight them with archers in feudal age.
Yeah, and interestingly, we do have Turks being somewhat of an interesting civ to go up against Franks here, because camels are a real option for Turks, and most civs going up against this, if they don't have camels, go into pikemen, which are very easily countered by throwing X-Men. I'm not too familiar what a throwing X-Men does well against a Janissary, though, if that does come to that sort of a position.
I think if Bree gets to Janny's, he'll win the game, man. Some Janny mass would just shred endlessly here. Janny's with a few monks. Yeah, man, as Bree actually appears to be walling his map, this is not something that ever occurred to me. You can wall the edge like this, but yeah, he will have safe eco.
Yeah, I mean, he'll still be able to run in here, but you could full wall yourself in here, which is really weird. But if your opponent's not going for ranged units, really not a bad idea, as Bree is taking a very big advantage, taking out that first scout right away, sending the entire wood line running here as well. And YoYoDude taking some forward gold here, but Brie's aggression looks to be paying off already.
Looking exposed as Brie is kind of just going full feudal here. Yo-Yo looking like he wants to FC this. I think this might be the end for Yo-Yo. He doesn't appear prepared to defend against full feudal. He's gonna have to like retreat to his TC range, which I guess isn't the worst thing, but I don't know, man. Giving up map control on this map feels bad.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of res, such a small space as well. It seems like he may have gone out a little too far for gold, should have stayed closer to his town center here. But ultimately, villagers taking a fight against scouts here, as the scouts are in lower numbers for YoYoDude. But YoYoDude down in vills now. Will be clicking to the castle age, though. And oh, a forward tower coming here for Brie, but it's very, very forward, and there's more spears and scouts here, it looks like now. There's one more scout, but it's a bad fight for YoYoDude.
Yeah, this feudal aggression's been huge. He's lost vills. He's had like 10 vills chasing for a lot of the time, so he's collected so much less resource. He's not in a prime position to take advantage of castle age at all. I mean, It's not like he'll be able to drop TCs or a forward castle.
Yeah, but Brie is adding in a archery range. Not anywhere near going up. Few knights on the field could really, really turn the tide, and cheap Frank castles could be devastating here.
I guess in the end, Yo-Yo has lost only one vill, so his only real loss here is, a bunch of idle time and a bit of map position. Castle Age might be worth that.
Look at the transition to stone.
Yep, honestly, I think the thing to do as Franks is castle crawl this map. Like 5 mutually defensive castles can control the entire banana. And if you're getting to castle age much quicker than your opponent, slamming an early castle, it just feels great, man. If you choose to, you can relocate your entire economy to be under the castle.
I don't even think this is going to be a crawl. I think this is just going to be an in-your-face castle. We're going to have knights, and Brie, I think Brie's dead. Brie is nowhere near up, and the military is going away quickly, and this is only scouts and spears at the moment. The knights just now on their way forward. Oh, this is looking very painful.
Yeah, Brie has failed to transition to castle age. It looked like he had an advantage for a while there, but as he just commits deeply to feudal age, he's going down. I think Yo-Yo has this. If he's brave with his castle and he is sending the vills forward, he can end this.
Yeah, this is looking very terrible. More barracks coming up behind the walls here. The spears have no upgrades for Brie, as there's no blacksmith. We do have a blacksmith for YoYoDude. He'll prioritize +1 attack. And this castle should be very forward as YoYoDude waits for the res, and there's only 4 pikemen and 1 skirmisher on the map for Brie.
Yeah.
Oh, Brie says he should have stuck with his original strat, and then says a few words that are not prepared here.
Probably like good game or something like that.
Probably Persian douche, actually.
Persian douche. Honestly, I've done some practice douches against Yo-Yo and he panics. A douche does not work here against an experienced player, but it might have worked against Yo-Yo. Yo-Yo's taken this, man. A lot of credit to the preparation. He clearly was, better prepared to play water. He had a nice rat prepared here. And Yo-Yo takes it, man.
YoYoDude showing up.
Yep, he is a competitive player in this under 1500 bracket. Too bad, I guess we don't get to show the Lion King meme now.
Yeah, we have to hold on to that one.
Can we
But
run the Yoda? Can we run the Yoda meme at least?
yeah. And congrats to YoYoDude, Brie. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you had a good time. Sorry, such a short one for you. GG's in chat. Use your emotes if you have them. Banano, hype, indeed. Oh, wow. Impressive indeed. We will be updating the bracket here in just a second. This was the last of the round of 32, so we will be on to the round of 16. If you do not wish to see any spoilers, exclamation point YouTube is the place you need to be. Everything is being uploaded to that channel. But we are going to update the bracket here in just a second. So now's your chance to look away. So should you choose. But wow. What a set. Audio's cutting in and out. That's unfortunate. I apologize.
Yeah, you're clear to me, but I'm listening through Discord.
It could very well be on my end. I have turned my head to the side a few times to find all these memes. But now would be the time to look away, guys. We are going to update the bracket. This will round out the round of 32 here as YoYoDude taking 2 games off of Brie here after losing Arabia as well.
Yeah, I mean, the kid has heart, man. He's very practiced on these settings. He's playing absolutely mad. I know he's going hard. And I think that he just beat a player who was of an objectively higher power level than himself. And honestly, I think Brie's about as strong as anyone in this tournament. If YoYoDude can take that, he's a real contender.
Yeah, I mean, it's always interesting to see players that come up through the earlier rounds, and seeing them advance here is always something special. You've seen it before. What was it? Geo played in our previous tournament in low bracket, and didn't he come to like the semifinals of the?
He came to the semis, yeah, only to lose to what I still maintain was a Smurf in Skamaz.
Yeah, I mean, still though, massive growth. These guys putting a lot of time into this. Also, very, very good. I've enjoyed every game in the round of 32, but it appears it is time to move to the round of 16. We have another set coming up for you guys here. Just a moment. Have to give us a minute to get into it, though. Gotta update just 1 or 2 things real quick. But I would like to take this time to thank you guys for hanging out today. It has been a great number of you here, and I do appreciate it.